Hello and welcome to today's video, where we will be discussing the book, To Sell is Human, by Daniel H. Pink. In this book, Pink argues that we are all salespeople, whether we realize it or not. Whether we are trying to convince someone to buy a product, pitching an idea to our colleagues, or persuading our children to clean their room, we are engaging in the art of selling. Throughout this video, we will explore the main principles and steps outlined in the book and give some examples of how they can be applied in real-life situations. By the end of this video, you will have a better understanding of how to become more effective at selling and how this can help you in both your personal and professional life. So, without further ado, let's dive into the world of selling with, To Sell is Human. Principle 1 of To Sell is Human is that we're all in sales now. What does this mean? Well, it means that in today's world, nearly everyone is involved in selling in some capacity, whether we realize it or not. We might not think of ourselves as salespeople, but the truth is that we're all trying to move others in some way, whether it's convincing someone to buy a product, pitching an idea to our boss, or persuading our kids to eat their vegetables. So, if we're all in sales now, what does that mean for us? According to Pink, it means that we need to become more effective at persuading and influencing others. It means that we need to learn how to pitch our ideas, how to listen and empathize with others, and how to adapt our approach to different situations. One way to think about this is to see selling as a form of communication. At its core, selling is about communication. It's about transmitting an idea from one person to another. And in order to communicate effectively, we need to understand the other person's perspective. We need to be able to put ourselves in their shoes, to see the world from their point of view, and to adapt our approach accordingly. The second principle of To Sell is Human is attunement. Attunement is about understanding and empathizing with the other person's perspective. It's about getting in sync with their needs and wants, and adjusting our approach accordingly. Attunement is an essential skill for effective selling, as it allows us to build rapport and trust with the other person, and to better understand their needs and desires. So, how can we develop attunement? According to Pink, there are several strategies we can use. First, we need to listen more than we talk. We need to be genuinely curious about the other person's point of view, and be willing to ask questions and listen actively to their responses. This can help us better understand their needs, preferences, and pain points, and can help us tailor our approach accordingly. Second, we need to practice perspective taking. Perspective taking involves putting ourselves in the other person's shoes and imagining how they see the world. By doing this, we can better understand their motivations, values, and priorities, and can adjust our approach accordingly. Principle 3 of To Sell is Human is buoyancy. Buoyancy refers to the ability to stay afloat and maintain a positive attitude in the face of rejection and failure. Selling can be tough, and rejection is a natural part of the process. But buoyancy can help us bounce back from rejection and stay motivated and focused on our goals. So, how can we develop buoyancy? According to Pink, there are several strategies we can use. First, we need to reframe our thinking about rejection. Instead of seeing it as a personal failure, we can view it as a learning opportunity. By reframing rejection in this way, we can stay positive and motivated, and use the experience to improve our approach. Second, we need to cultivate a sense of optimism. Optimism can help us stay focused on our goals and maintain a positive outlook, even in the face of setbacks and challenges. We can cultivate optimism by focusing on our strengths, setting achievable goals, and celebrating our successes along the way. Third, we need to practice self-compassion. Self-compassion involves treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, even when we fail or make mistakes. By practicing self-compassion, we can avoid getting bogged down by negative self-talk and stay motivated to keep moving forward. The fourth principle of To Sell is Human is clarity. Clarity is about simplifying our message and making it easy for others to understand. When we're selling, we need to be able to clearly communicate the value of our product or service, and explain why it matters to the other person. Clarity can help us cut through the noise and capture the other person's attention, making it more likely that they'll be interested in what we have to offer. In the next section, we'll explore some strategies for developing clarity in our selling. The fifth principle of To Sell is Human is pitch. Pitching is about presenting our message in a way that resonates with the other person and inspires them to take action. When we're pitching, we need to be able to explain our idea or product in a way that is clear, concise, and compelling. In this section, we'll explore some strategies for crafting an effective pitch that can help us persuade others and make a sale. Start with the problem. Begin by identifying a problem that the other person is facing and explain how your product or service can help solve it. Keep it simple. Keep your message short and to the point. Use simple language and avoid technical jargon or complex explanations. Use stories. Stories are a powerful way to connect with the other person and make your message more memorable. Use real-world examples or anecdotes to illustrate the value of your product or service. Make it visual. Use visuals, such as images or graphs, to help illustrate your message and make it more engaging. Emphasize the benefits. Focus on the benefits of your product or service, rather than its features. Explain how it can improve the other person's life or business, and make it clear why they should care. The sixth and final principle of "to sell is human" is improvise. Improvisation is about being able to adapt and respond to unexpected situations in our selling. No matter how well we plan, things don't always go according to plan, and we need to be able to think on our feet and adjust our approach in real time. In this section, we'll explore some strategies for developing improvisational skills that can help us succeed in selling. Listening. The first skill of improvisation is listening. We need to be able to listen carefully to the other person's needs and concerns, and be able to respond appropriately. Framing. The second skill is framing. We need to be able to reframe the situation or problem in a way that allows us to see new opportunities or solutions. Making offers. The third skill is making offers. We need to be able to come up with new ideas or proposals on the fly, and be willing to take risks and try new things. The seventh and final principle of "to sell is human" is serve. Serving is about putting the other person's needs first and focusing on creating value for them. When we're selling, it can be easy to get caught up in our own goals and priorities, but ultimately, our success depends on our ability to meet the other person's needs and solve their problems. In this section, we'll explore some strategies for developing a service-oriented mindset that can help us succeed in selling. Problem finding. The first skill of serving is problem finding. We need to be able to identify the other person's needs and concerns, even if they're not explicitly stated. Problem solving. The second skill is problem solving. We need to be able to come up with solutions that meet the other person's needs and solve their problems. Purpose. The third skill is purpose. We need to have a sense of purpose and mission that goes beyond making a sale, and that is focused on creating value for the other person. The eighth principle of "to sell is human" is make it personal. Making it personal is about connecting with the other person on a deeper level and creating a relationship that goes beyond the transactional. When we're selling, it can be easy to focus solely on the product or service we're offering, but ultimately, people buy from people, not from products. In this section, we'll explore some strategies for making it personal and building strong, lasting relationships with our customers. Understanding. The first skill of making it personal is understanding. We need to understand the other person's needs, preferences, and values, and be able to relate to them on a personal level. Connecting. The second skill is connecting. We need to be able to build rapport and trust with the other person, and create a sense of mutual understanding and empathy. Being authentic. The third skill is being authentic. We need to be genuine and transparent in our interactions with the other person, and show that we care about their success and well-being. In conclusion, "To Sell is Human" by Daniel H. Pink offers a refreshing perspective on sales that emphasizes empathy, creativity, and authenticity. By understanding that we're all in sales now, and by developing the skills of attunement, buoyancy, clarity, pitch, improvise, serve, and make it personal, we can become more effective and ethical salespeople who create value for our customers and build lasting relationships. Whether you're a traditional salesperson, a teacher, a doctor, or a parent, the principles and strategies outlined in this book can help you improve your ability to influence, persuade, and sell. So, if you haven't already, I highly recommend you check out "To Sell is Human" and start applying its insights to your own work and life. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful.